Stewardship principle. We are going to see all the 12 principles. First one is stewardship principle. When I say first, it doesn't mean it is prioritized as number one. These principles are in no particular order. So let us go through the stewardship principle. Here you can see a figure for stewardship principle. On top we have stewardship, which is the principle tag. Below that we have the principle label, which is the simplified principle statement. Be a diligent, caring, and respectful steward. Below that, we have two boxes. One is green color coded, another is orange color coded. In the green color coded box, we have the principal statement, which is the complete one, and it is a big one. In the right hand side or the orange color coded box, we have the key points. There will be 3 or 5 or 6 key points for every principle. Similar representation we'll have for all the principles. So here the principal statement is telling you stewards act responsibly to carry out activities with integrity, care, and trustworthiness while maintaining compliance with internal and external guidelines. They demonstrate a broad commitment to financial, social, and environmental impacts of the projects they support. Mark the wording. It is stewardship principle, not leadership. For leadership, we have another principle. Now, this principle statement is associated with three key points. They are stewardship encompasses responsibilities within and external to the organization. That is both internal and external. Stewardship includes integrity, care, trustworthiness, and compliance. A holistic view of stewardship considers financial, social, technical, and sustainable environmental awareness. These key points I have simplified so that you understand quickly. And we'll have elaboration with respect to these individual key points. This is my way of explanation. You won't find that in the PMBOK guide. Each key point separately segregated. Here I have segregated. Because you have purchased this course, you are going to understand quickly with this approach. Now, if you look at the principal statement here, there are two main things. Stewardship is about integrity, care, trustworthiness, and compliance. In short, I call them as ICTC. Stewardship has commitment towards triple bottom line, or TBL for short, which PMI is called telling for the first time. They have introduced the TBL, that is social, environmental, and financing. When you take S from here, E from here, and F from here, it becomes ACF. So ACF or social, environmental, financial, this equals the triple bottom line. So there are three key points as I just explained, and let us go through these three key points one by one. Again, this is my approach. You are not going to find it anywhere because that's how you understand what these principles are. Key point one. Stewards have responsibilities to both internal and external to the organization. One example of responsibilities within or internal to an organization can be respectful engagement with project team members with respect to compensation and fair treatment. Considering external responsibility, here is an example. Proper usage of organization's material and resources as well as environmental sustainability. Key point 2. Stewardship includes ICTC. I for integrity, C for care, T for trustworthiness or trust, C for compliance. So together, this is stewardship. And that is easy way to remember. When you say ICTC, it becomes easier to remember. So first, integrity. Stewards behave with integrity, that is with honesty and ethics in all their engagements. Care. Stewards diligently oversee the matters they are in charge of as they would take care of their own personal matters. They are the fiduciaries. This is important. So by care, it means they're taking care of things, internal or external things, as if their own personal matter. Trustworthiness. Stewards present their role and authority accurately everywhere. And this is where the trust is coming up. Trustworthiness involves protecting trust. So not only earning the trust, but also protecting that trust. Then you have compliance. Stewards comply with regulations, laws, and rules. If there are conflicting guidelines or questions, stewards seek advice or direction. So if there are conflicting information or guidelines, then they will ask for advice. Sometime before I said There is another principle called leadership principle. Now you might be wondering, what is the fundamental difference between stewardship and leadership? Here is the tip for you. Stewardship is leadership with transparency and trust, and also sustainment. Leaders lead towards sustain. Now, when I say transparency and trust, the transparency part is under this care. So the care we covered, it is the transparency. Trust part is under trustworthiness, this part. So stewardship is leadership with transparency and trust. Two T's are involved here. Plus, I said sustainment. Key point 3, and the final key point here, stewardship considers the triple bottom line, or TBL for short. As I said sometime before, for the first time they have introduced a concept called triple bottom line. So triple bottom line consists of social, environmental, and financial, or ACL. Earlier, only this part was considered. A project will be successful when it is financially successful. So here they are saying you have to consider social, environmental, and of course you have to also consider technical success of the project. Now all these three, that is triple bottom line and technical, are considered together, not sequentially. There is first financial, then technical, then social, then environmental. You are considering all of them together. Another tip here I would like to tell you is this. Planning for triple bottom line, or TBL, happens in planning performance domain. As you can see, principles or PRs are directly applied on the performance domains. As we learned from the very beginning, there are 12 principles which are sitting on top of 8 performance domains. 8 performance domains are sitting on top of the model, methods, and artifacts. In fact, the model, methods, and artifacts will be applied to 8 performance domains. Now, principles are going to guide the behavior of performance domains. As we know, principles are not laws, codified laws. They are giving you guidance for your team members. The performance domains are broad areas of focus to demonstrate that behavior. So here, the stewardship principle is giving you guidance with respect to triple bottom line. If you are applying the stewardship principle under the performance domain, the planning for this triple bottom line will happen in planning performance domain. We have 8 performance domains. One of them is planning performance domain.